Look down at those tomato vines in your yard. You nurture them daily. You stake them up. You battle pests and disease. And after months of backbreaking work, what's your reward? They collapse and rot. You're left with a few buckets of fruit and a heap of dead stems. Come next spring, you're back at the nursery, wallet open, ready to repeat the entire cycle. This isn't agriculture. This is a payment plan. But what if there existed a plant that shatters this trap completely? Picture a tomato that doesn't sprawl across dirt but rises into a 12-foot tree. A tree that doesn't perish after harvest but stands tall for 2 decades. A tree yielding not 30 pounds but 3,000 pounds across its lifespan from just one planting. Fresh fruit arrives in the coldest months, and when you harvest it, it remains edible for half a year at room temperature. No jars, no freezer, no power required. This isn't folklore. During the 1940s, it flourished in countless American yards. They called it the crimson treasure of wartime gardens. Then it vanished without a trace. It didn't fade because it disappointed. It disappeared because it succeeded too magnificently. It was eliminated because a plant feeding families for 20 years destroys an industry dependent on annual seed purchases. This is the saga of the Tamarillo, the tree they've hidden from you. But here's the heartbreak. Today, even the rare individuals who discover this tree frequently cut it down after the maiden harvest. The reason? Because 90% of new planters have no idea how to prepare it. They approach it like an ordinary tomato, taste it once, and declare it inedible. They're abandoning a treasure over a simple error. Stay through this entire video, and I'll expose the 3-second method that reveals its genuine value. I'll demonstrate how to strip away its harsh exterior and transform what's inside into an extraordinary preservation sauce. A sauce so resilient it survives on your counter for 6 months without refrigeration. Once you grasp this technique, garden tomatoes will never satisfy you again. Welcome to Ancestral Yields. Why the industry erased this tree. To comprehend why commercial agriculture buried this plant, you don't need botanical expertise, you just need basic arithmetic. In homesteading, productivity is paramount, and the conventional garden tomato is structurally wasteful. Examine the numbers. A standard tomato plant lives 1 season. It demands rich soil, steady irrigation, and costly amendments. With favorable conditions, it delivers 30 pounds of produce. Then the initial freeze arrives and it dissolves into mush. For next year's harvest, you must purchase fresh seeds, new fertilizer, and restart the work cycle from zero. You're the employee, the plant is the employer. The Tamarillo, or tree tomato, is perennial. It isn't a vine. It's a semi-woody tree shooting up rapidly to 10 feet within 18 months. Once mature, it generates up to 150 pounds of fruit annually, and here's what matters. It continues this for 20 years. Calculate it yourself. One conventional tomato plant produces 30 pounds, then dies. One Tamarillo tree produces 3,000 pounds across its existence. That's 100 times the output for minimal effort. When you plant a standard tomato, you're planting a seasonal snack. When you plant a Tamarillo, you're constructing wealth. You're establishing a legacy feeding your grandchildren. But the advantage transcends mere quantity. It's about harvest windows. Standard tomatoes overwhelm you in August when everything ripens simultaneously, then abandon you in January. The Tamarillo operates differently. In temperate zones, it waits. It matures fruit late in the season, delivering fresh vitamin C. That crimson treasure. During winter months when your entire garden lies dormant and barren. So if this tree represents the ultimate self-sufficiency crop, why is it absent from every modern nursery? Because in the perspective of industrial agriculture, the Tamarillo committed an unforgivable offense. It made growers too self-reliant. The forgotten history. Where did this tree originate? And why did it disappear? The Tamarillo hails from the Andean highlands of South America. It was the forgotten crop of Incan civilization, a plant developed by ancient agriculturalists to prosper in depleted soil and extreme elevations. But its North American history is even more compelling. Throughout the 1920s and 1930s, the Tamarillo wasn't obscure. It was celebrated. Government agricultural programs nationwide actively championed it. During World War II, amid severe food shortages, the Victory Garden Initiative promoted it heavily. Why? Because it was a calorie factory requiring virtually no inputs. It was the ideal Depression-era crop. A single tree could sustain an entire family and their neighbors. But following the war, everything shifted. The 1950s introduced industrial farming and suburban conformity. The objective was no longer independence. The objective was consumption. Fertilizer manufacturers needed customers. Seed corporations needed annual sales. A tree living 20 years and thriving independently was terrible for profits. Simultaneously, the tomato industry boomed with new hybrid varieties engineered for transport, not taste. They were uniformly scarlet and standardized. The bold, tart, long-lasting Tamarillo didn't match their formula. It didn't resemble a cartoon tomato, so nurseries discontinued it, publications stopped covering it, and within a single generation, a plant once universally recognized became invisible. They exchanged a 20-year investment for a 4-month disposable commodity. But here's the paradox. While systematically erasing it, they accidentally concealed the Tamarillo's most powerful attribute. An attribute that exposes the modern tomato as inadequate. It's not just productivity, it's longevity. But for those of us reclaiming ancestral knowledge, the Tamarillo delivers what modern tomatoes cannot. Genuine food security, the armor of red gold. Let's discuss the fruit itself. First, flavor. It's not the bland, sugary taste of commercial tomatoes. It's layered, tart, savory, packed with umami. It tastes like tomato blended with passion fruit and citrus. It's a sophisticated flavor, not juvenile, but its real strength is its protective shell. A regular tomato has delicate skin. It bruises instantly. Leave it out for days and it decomposes. It attracts pests. It breeds mold. The Tamarillo is armored like a fortress. It possesses a thick, astringent skin functioning as nature's preservation seal. Insects avoid it. Bacteria cannot breach it. This means you can harvest a crate of Tamarillos in December, store them in a cardboard box in a cool space, and still be making fresh sauce in April. Consider that carefully. 6 months of storage life, no canning, no freezing, no dehydrating, just raw, living fruit sitting on a shelf awaiting you in a collapse scenario or simply a harsh winter. This isn't merely convenient, it's survival. But as I cautioned initially, that protective skin is problematic. If you don't understand the technique to remove it, you'll reject this fruit completely. The 3-second unlocking secret. So how do you access the crimson treasure inside the fortress? Here's the 3-second secret transforming this fruit from bitter to brilliant. It's a method chefs call blanching, but I call it liberation. Boil water in a pot, score a small X on each Tamarillo's base, submerge them in boiling water for exactly 3 minutes. Not seconds, but the skin releases in 3 seconds after cooling. Remove them and plunge immediately into ice water. Now witness the transformation. The bitter, tough skin will slide off in your fingers like silk fabric. What remains is a globe of pure, vibrant flesh, no bitterness. Just tart, savory excellence. Crush this flesh with salt, peppers, and onion, and you have a preservation sauce that humiliates any commercial salsa, or simply slice it fresh onto bread. Plant your legacy today. Ready to establish your legacy? The Tamarillo is a subtropical tree suited for USDA hardiness zones 9 through 11. If you inhabit warm regions like Florida or California, plant it in-ground and watch it become a tree. But if you're in northern territories, don't lose hope. This tree excels in large containers. Keep it outdoors during summer and transport it inside before the initial frost. It will function as a productive houseplant all winter while providing fresh fruit. This is your opportunity to escape the cycle. Stop leasing your garden from seed corporations. Start building an asset that will sustain you for the next 2 decades. If you're prepared to plant a tree instead of a vine, smash that like button, subscribe to Ancestral Yields, because we're recovering the lost history of food, one forgotten plant at a time, and comment below. Tomato or tree? Which would you select for survival? Knowledge is never destroyed. It's simply waiting for you to rediscover it.